Hello and welcome to my Sustain the Industry video for the month of January. This month I mostly got continuations for series and will go by English publishing company. So we'll start with Kodansha, and with Kodansha I got the 35th anniversary edition box set of Akira. If you were interested more in the box itself, you can go to like Insidious Swede's video on it. He covers he unboxes it and shows like everything. These are like extremely high quality volumes. I used to have the paperback Kodansha editions and they were terrible. So this is a very nice change. I sold them, got this. Pretty fantastic release. An interesting note about the Akira manga, there are no chapters like in the volumes, so you have to use I forgot how it's called, bookmark. So you must have bookmarks, because again it's not divided into chapters, so if you don't binge read it, you're kind of lost. This is an art book. I skimmed through it. Very nice stuff, especially if you're an artist. I think you can learn like a lot about how Otomo is drawing. So yeah, this box set again is very expensive, but the quality you get is very worth the money you pay for it. So from one sci-fi series to another, also by Kodansha, Inuyashiki, by the guy who made Gantz. I stopped reading at volume 7. Next month I'll be getting volumes 9 and 10, so I can binge read it. Very fun, very beautiful. Yeah, very good series. Next, welcome to the Ballroom, volume 2. I've read volume 1. I've seen the anime, like I think 12 episodes of it, and so far it was very nice. I think the manga has actually an advantage in the dance sequences, because the anime doesn't take advantage of it, because it's very expensive to like choreograph and animate like real dance. So all they do in the anime mostly is like take panning shots, like similar to the manga. So the experience isn't much different, and yeah, the pacing is also very good. I think they're both very good options, but I'm giving now the manga a chance. Next, Shuzu Oshimi's Happiness, Volume 6. One of the most fun titles I've read, one of the fastest things to read, because as you can see, there isn't much text. Like, even if there is, it's very sparse. Sometimes there are entire pages without any text at all. And yeah, very fast read, very well paced, structured. The art style fits the story very well. So yeah, I recommend this very much. Do note there is gore, and I think there is like a tiny bit of sexual content, so yeah, be aware. Now to another series by Shuzu Oshimi is The Flowers of Evil. I've never read it, so I decided to get it when they announced this complete edition. It's an okay release, not something fantastic, but yeah, I don't know. It's pretty good. It's nice for its price, and I have heard good things about The Flowers of Evil, so looking forward to reading it. This one, the complete edition, is released by Vertical, and this is also by Vertical, to The Abandoned Sacred Beasts, Volume 5. Post-war story in a fantasy setting, like I think this is like early 20th century fantasy series. I don't know, it's pretty good. I didn't like the first volumes when I read them, but then I reread them, and I actually got what they were going for, and it's pretty good. The art is also getting much better with every volume. So yeah, I guess check it out. Next, The Girl from the Other Side, released by Seven Seas Entertainment. I did not enjoy the first volume as much as, and like, it wasn't as hype as people were making it to be. But it was very atmospheric, so I decided to get the second volume. While reading it, the feelings you get are very different from other stories. So I heard bad things actually about volume 2 specifically, so I'm not sure if I'll continue getting it, but hopefully it's good and it keeps the atmosphere going. Next, Konosuba, the manga adaptation of the light novel. This is volume 2, released by Yen Press, and yeah, first volume was funny, so I decided why not to get the next volume. Like, I haven't seen the anime, which is getting like great reviews from pretty much everyone, so yeah, I don't know. Hopefully the manga keeps making me laugh. Next, by One Piece Books, written like this, not like the series One Piece. Volumes 4 and 6 of The Rising of the Shield Hero. Last time I showed you volume 5, and here you can see volumes 1 through 3, so I have volumes 1 through 6 now. Also supposed to get volume 7 next month. And yeah, this is also a series similar to the Abandoned Sacred Beasts, where I've read the first volume. The first 2 volumes in this case, and I enjoyed it. No, sorry, I did not like it. I gave it another chance. Again, got what it was all about, and enjoyed it very much. And as you can see, I'm getting 7 volumes of it. It's pretty good. A nice, interesting like take in terms of character dynamic in an isekai story of someone getting trapped in a video game world. So yeah, I'd recommend it. Next we go with the Viz titles. Everything left is Viz, so yeah, this is the regular Shonen Jump release. So Platinum End by the creators of Death Note and Bakuman. Not getting great reviews, actually some bad reviews by people, but I think it's still a good series. It's just not as good as Death Note and Bakuman, but the art is like the best of any Takeshi Obata stuff. Like, hands down the best he's ever done. Like, I cannot say anything bad about the art. The art is perfect. The story isn't the greatest, but it started getting better with volume 4. So hopefully it does get closer to the hype of and the excellence of Death Note and Bakuman, but we'll have to wait and see. Black Clover, Volume 2. Volume 1, I liked some of the characters. I didn't like very much the story. It wasn't very original. It was very similar to like everything. I think it took from Fairy Tail, from Naruto, definitely. Maybe a little bit from One Piece and Bleach. It's like a blend of every shonen, but not done very well, like all the tropes. And but again, some of the characters were fun, so I decided to get volume 2. If it's not like getting more fun or better, I will stop purchasing it. And next, My Hero Academia, actually a shonen that also takes like every shonen element imaginable but does it perfectly, lives up to the hype 100%. And Yeah, art great, stories great. I don't like the covers of the volumes, but yeah, nobody cares about that too much. Yeah. Okay, next, volumes 24 and 25 of Nisekoi. Now I finally own all 25 volumes of Nisekoi. Oh boy, this series. So I'm going to finish reading it soon. Then I'll start rereading it and taking notes because I want to make a video explaining, not really, maybe explaining also why it fell, but also how it could have, how you can experience it in the best way possible. Because I believe this series has way too much filler, and you can cut down entire volumes from it and get a very nice rom-com series out of it. Next is a new release, which is already not that new. I think volume 2 is already available. The Promised Neverland. Very cool story about orphans and an orphanage and crazy stuff that happens there. Yeah, give it a shot. It's one of the most refreshing Shonen Jump titles. Next is the Shonen Jump Advanced releases, so for more mature readers, I believe, like the demographic it's meant for. Blue Exorcist, haven't heard great things from people about it. Like I heard most people actually drop it after like 4 or 5 volumes. Really not sure why. If you also drop this series, I'd love to hear your reasoning. I really enjoy it. I think it's still getting better than it ever was. Next, Food Wars, my favorite manga, and this volume in particular, one of my also favorites, also because of the cover, because it's one of the prettiest covers ever. And also, this volume contains one of the coolest reveals. Like, I was so happy, so amazed with how they revealed one of the things in this volume. Just fantastic series and fantastic volume. Definitely read some Shokugeki no Soma. Assassination Classroom, Volume 19. Not sure why the target demographic is of like older, I think it's older teens, young adults. Really not sure why. I think this would be enjoyed much more by young teenagers. Nothing much to say about it. It's just read the first volume and you'll get what this whole series is about. It ends at 21 volumes, and yeah, the story did pick up after volume 16, thankfully, or else it would be a real shame. But it's not the best. Yeah, it's a fun shonen. Yeah, fun shonen series. So again, give Assassination Classroom 1 volume and you'll get it. Golden Kamuy Volume 3, the signature release by Viz. One of the coolest, one of the most badass series I've read. Like, there is so much awesome stuff here, so much attention to detail. This is taking place in, like, I think post World War One, in Hokkaido, the northeast region of Japan. So swords are still prevalent, early guns. This girl is like a tribe member, so she still uses like a bow and arrow and traps and all kinds of stuff. So there is a ton of attention to detail for the food, for the environment, for the clothing, the character designs are great, the art is great, and the story is very, very interesting. It's like a mystery series, a mystery action series. Very cool stuff. Tokyo Ghoul Volume 2. Basically Season 2 of Tokyo Ghoul. Nothing much to say, except it's the art is better, and the story continues like a few years after. So yeah, if you like Tokyo Ghoul, definitely get Tokyo Ghoul. And with Tokyo Ghoul, I also got Tokyo Ghoul illustrations, the art book basically. Sui Ishida has he has a unique art style, very, very interesting, especially his covers, like the digital watercolor drawings, like this stuff it's beautiful. And yeah, lots of comments. I just really like his art, so I decided to get his book, and it's a great addition to my collection. And last but not least, Shiver, the newest release of some Junji Ito horror. Very, very cool stuff. I love Junji Ito. I think he's one of the most creative people in the manga industry. Like, the stuff he comes up with is so weird. Like, this cover alone shows you some, I don't know, gore. This is like Lovecraftian horror. Yeah, very good hardcover release, by the way, by Viz. Yeah, I love Junji Ito, so this is my latest edition. I'm missing like only one volume that was released by Vertical or Dark Horse, I believe. And yeah, that's it for the manga. I also got this month one very fun book, The Paradox of Choice. It's basically talking about how the more choice you have is not always the best thing. So it's relevant to everyone. I think